In this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about 10 unorthodox reasons that you're likely to become wealthy. Let's jump straight into the video. Number one, you get bored easily. Most people see boredom as a weakness, but for future wealthy individuals, it can be a strength. Boredom pushes you to chase bigger challenges and avoid settling for average. Now, there is a fine line between getting bored and jumping to the next thing. That's a real thing. However, you have to get bored and you have to get out of being complacent with the life that you currently have. You have to get out of that phase and you have to want something new in order to create wealth. We're talking about in the future, we're not talking about in the now, right? So in order to want something different, you have to first be tired of where you are and what you currently have right now, right? Number two, you can handle being misunderstood. Wealthy people are often judged at the start. Family and friends may not understand your vision. And this is pretty much for everything. People don't typically understand anything that's outside of themselves at that moment. So if you're talking to a basketball player, right, and you're wanting to become the next LeBron James, well, he'll understand it a lot more than your mom will, right? You know what I'm saying? He'll understand the X's and O's. He'll understand what you need to do, what you don't need to do, what you need to eat, what you don't need to eat. Where your mom's just like, I just want you to eat as much as you can and sleep as much as you can and stay home and be comfortable. And they both have two totally different mindsets, and one doesn't understand the grind and the struggle of becoming what you need to become, right? Not that they're bad people, they just don't get it. Number three, you're obsessed with efficiency. If you're wasting time and always looking for shortcuts, systems, or automations, you're thinking like the wealthy. Efficiency creates scalability. In order to create scalability, you have to create systems and things that will allow you to do things at a bigger level other than just, trick for treat, I like to call it. So you want to be able to put things together that I love automation. So let me back up. The reason I love automation is because it takes out the discipline, it takes out the emotion, it takes out everything that you would have to pull out of yourself in order to do it, right? And so when it comes to efficiency, you got to create systems that allow you to just be the most effective at all times, right? Number four, you don't fit in easily. You've always felt a little different. Maybe you didn't fit the 9-to-5 mold, or you hated traditional schooling, which definitely fall into that category. That outsider mindset forces you to create your own path, which often leads to wealth. You got to understand that if you're that outsider person, that person that doesn't fit in the easiest, you're typically the minority, especially when it comes to creating wealth. There's not many people that you grew up with that you know that are going to go off and create wealth. There's not many people that you know that will watch a video like this one. There's not many people that watch YouTube, period. Especially if you go and you look at all your people that you grew up with, your parents, your cousins, your uncles, your nieces, your nephews, all those people, you're already on a minority path when it comes to doing what you want to do with your life. So don't try to fit in everywhere else. And so many people, they get stuck in this box of trying to get approval from other people that they don't realize that they're already outside of their approval anyway. Like, just liking the stuff that you like or watching the stuff that you watch or wearing the clothes that you wear, you're already putting yourself in a different box. And so when it comes to the purpose of your life, you're okay with it everywhere else, but when it comes to the purpose of your life, you're like, oh man, I gotta fit in there. It's like, what are you doing? Like, it doesn't even make any sense. So when it comes to creating wealth, don't try to fit in. You're already not fitting in every other area of life. So let's just get that one out of the way. Number five, you ask, why not me? Instead of idolizing rich people, you see them as proof that it's possible. You believe you can do it too, which keeps you hungry and persistent. This is why you have to have your feeds curated to wealthy people to start believing that you can also do these same things. Like, don't become delusional and think that it's easy and you can do everything because you're just so awesome. Like, that's not necessarily what I'm trying to say either. However, people have done it before you, which means that you can do it too. Now, are you gonna have to go develop skill sets, habits, mindsets, networks? Absolutely, if that's what you want to do in life. But understand that if someone else can do it, you can do it. It's just you're gonna have to go through that same exact path, right? Number 6, you're more you're more curious than competitive. Instead of obsessing over beating others, you obsess over how things work. Curiosity leads to discovering patterns, opportunities, and business models others miss. The goal isn't to beat everybody. There's no lack in terms of wealth, in terms of finances, in terms of money. Sorry, I'm trying to move the camera out of that glare over there, the sun rays coming in. But there's not a real race. There's actually not any competitors at all. Like, yeah, you can be the biggest, firm in your niche or your industry, for sure, and you can make it into this big competitive thing. But at the end of the day, there's no lack of money. There's millions and billions of dollars getting printed every single day. So there's no lack of money. There's no lack of abundance. The world is abundant. You don't have to be in competition with someone else. Just focus on how things work and do them the best possible way, and let wealth come to you. And you don't have to chase it. You don't have to beat other people down to get it. You don't have to fight anybody. Like, it's something that you just tap into. It's like water, right? If there was a pond and you lived in a village and you went to the pond every single day with your bucket of water, you had to get it. Eventually, if it doesn't rain and you live in a desert, yes, you need to compete, because you're going to run out of water eventually. And if there's 100 homes, y'all are going to take all the water. It's only a matter of time. But if you live in a neighborhood where you can go to the sink and just turn on the water, it's not like you're going to your neighbors and being like, hey, are you turning on the water? Like, there's an abundance of water. There's an abundance of resources. There's an abundance of money. You don't have to fight everybody, because there's no competition in reality, right? Number 7, you failed a lot. Wealthy people often have a long trail of failures behind them. If you've already failed in business, investments, or life, but kept moving forward, you're collecting this exact experience that create wealth. You're going to fail. Get used to it. Learn from it. Tweak. Adjust. Do it again. Number 8, you can delay praise. You don't need instant recognition. You'd rather grind for 3 years quietly and shock everyone with results than chase likes, approval, or clout. You got to be able to get out of this mindset that you need people to see you do something, right? You got to get out of the mindset that you need praise. You don't. And sometimes it comes from issues with parents. Sometimes the psychological reason. Sometimes it comes from just, being a class clown, or typically a class clown because of how you're raised. Typically, there's something there that's causing you to want that approval, where you have to just learn to turn that button off and just do what you got to do, because you got to do it, right? And at the end of the day, you look back 3 years from now and you're like, okay, I did that. And then boom, you'll get the approval you wanted, right? Except it'll be from people that you actually respect and admire. Number 9, you're obsessed with freedom. For you, money isn't about cars and jewelry. It's about never being controlled by a boss, debt, or time. That obsession with freedom fuels your hustle. And last but not least, number 10, you see money as a game. The wealthy don't view money with fear. They see it like points on a scoreboard. If you enjoy the game of money, wealth becomes inevitable, because you'll keep playing until you win. And what you realize is that there isn't really a way to win. It's just an accumulation of what you've done with your life in terms of solving problems and helping other people. Obviously, depending on how you created wealth. But those are 10 unorthodox reasons that you're likely to become wealthy if those things fit you, right? I hope you like this video. Comment below which one of those hit you the most, or which one you felt like fit you the best. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.